Hello and welcome to E-MultiSkills video tutorial. In this video tutorial, we will learn about the introduction of Oracle Golden Gate, that is 12C. This is part 1 of 20th. So there will be 19 more tutorials like this. So in this video tutorial, what we are going to learn is about what is Oracle Golden Gate software and why it is so popular, mainly in financial sector. So before we continue with this video tutorial, which is just a kind of introduction, and if you wanted to have a hands-on, below are the prerequisites. So if you can see on the screen, you should have the basic awareness of Oracle database engine, and if you know some other database engines like MySQL, MS SQL, or those which are supported in heterogeneous replication is in Oracle Golden Gate, this will be helpful. You should have a basic awareness of how to use the VMware setup that I will be providing, that you can use in your laptop and practice all what we are going to do in the tutorials coming on. So you should have a laptop with the 8 GB of RAM, i3 or equivalent processor, and you should have enough storage so that you can keep at least 1 or 2 set of VMware setup in your laptop. This is not mandatory. If you know, it will be very easier for you to catch up the Oracle Golden Gate. So let's talk about the introduction of Oracle Golden Gate and why it is so much in news when we talk about the replication. So Oracle Golden Gate, it was a company based out of Francisco, and it was founded by two gentlemen, Eric Fish and Todd Davidson, and it was in early 90s. It was very popular during the 90s and 2000 because it was the only software company which was very good in terms of replication of data in the financial industry, and it was able to replicate the data in real time. The moment the transaction is committed onto the source system, the real-time data travels to the destination where it is required to be. For example, when we are withdrawing some amount from some ATM or the branch, it has to go to the main server. So those things, real movement of data, it was only possible through the Oracle Golden Gate. It became so popular that Oracle acquired in 2009, and it is now a part of Oracle Data Integration Suite, which has more than 10,000 customers if we believe the internet. So Oracle Golden Gate has been very popular because of the reasons which I have listed on the screen. The first one is replication of the data between homogeneous or heterogeneous databases. It means that if I have to replicate the data between Oracle to Oracle database, it is very much possible through the Oracle Golden Gate software. Although Oracle has its own proprietary products which it has used in the past, like Streams, which was not so popular like it is Oracle Golden Gate. You can replicate the data between Oracle to Oracle, or you can replicate the data between MySQL to Oracle, MySQL and there are several combinations available, MS SQL. And if you have to use some other softwares, it is very difficult because you need to convert the data types and whether it is going to work or not. We will discuss about those in coming tutorials. Second big advantage of using the Oracle Golden Gate is it can filter the data. When the moment you commit the data onto the source and you wanted a particular type of the data out of which is committed on the source, you can filter that using the Oracle Golden Gate. If you wanted to transform the data from one type to another, you wanted to do some kind of changes in that, you can do it. You can manipulate the data at the source, or in case of your homogeneous or heterogeneous environment, it is possible. And one of the best thing why it is so popular, it moves the transactions which are committed onto or from the source to the target environment in real time. So real time is is very important because you have to transfer the data in real time from source to the target environment. And when you use Oracle Golden Gate on any supported databases, it puts minimum overhead onto the source system. Let's talk about the Oracle database. If you implement it onto an Oracle database as a source, then it reads the, and if it is database version is, let's say it is 12c, and software, Oracle Golden Gate software is also 12.3, then it just going to read from your redo logs, or in case the transaction has gone to the archive logs, and you're, because of some reasons you have been not able to read the redo logs, then it is going to read it from the archive logs. These are the different capabilities. Golden Gate is very, very useful when we talk about the business continuance and high availability. I can replicate the data from one system to another, and if my source system has gone down, my target system is available, so that it is like you can do it whatever you want it to do. You can use it as a business continuity usage, wherein your source environment is completely unavailable and you wanted to use your DR site or other site which is available, and the data is getting replicated through the Oracle Golden Gate, you can use it. Or high availability, you can use your both the environments, one for the transaction and the target system, where the data is getting replicated just for the read operation. So that is possible. So you can configure it in a way that it is available for the high availability. Oracle Golden Gate is very useful when you have to do the initial load, mainly in heterogeneous environment, and when you have to do a database migration. And this has been very useful when we have tried it for our customer, which was a 4-node Oracle 10G database. We upgraded to Oracle 11G, then we migrated it to 2-node rack environment, and it was very, very useful because when you do it for a platform migration, the platform is different. The source was on Solaris and the target was on Linux. Then this Golden Gate is very, very useful. You do the initial load. Initial load is going to take a lot of time, and your business is not allowing you to provide that much of downtime. In that case, you can use the capabilities of Oracle Golden Gate, so that all your application related tables which are onto your source environment can be easily real-time replicated to your database which is getting replicated. You can integrate the data. You have multiple systems and you wanted to put everything from different system to a central system, that is possible. You can use it for decision support system and the data warehousing. You have the databases on multiple locations. You pull out those data from those locations and put it onto a central location for the warehousing purposes. So that is very much possible, and all in real time. What is very, very important feature in Oracle Golden Gate is you have the flexibility to extract and replicate the selected data. I don't want the entire data to be replicated from my source environment to the target environment. I can replicate only the data which I wanted, and that is very much possible in Oracle Golden Gate. You can whatever is there happening onto the source environment, in the same order it will be replicated onto the target environment. So there is a consistency. There is no way that data will be inconsistent. By default, it is for the replication is enabled for DDL, insert, update, and delete. Sorry, I mean to say the insert, update, and delete. But if you wanted to have it for DDL also, it is supported. You can run some SQL commands. You can make it enable. You can make changes into your extract, and it supports that. These are the different topologies which are supported under Oracle Golden Gate. So we have unique unidirectional replication, wherein there is one source, one target. The replication of tables or the schema happens from to the source environment to the target environment, and your target environment is available for the reporting purpose. You are not going to make any changes onto the target environment. So you have two copies of the same data available at one particular point of time. You are not burdening your source environment, and you are just reading the information from the target environment. The same thing is available in Oracle's standby databases, which you can open into read-write mode, but this is very much powerful as compared to any other tool. So we can have a discussion sometimes later, like what is the difference if we use unidirectional replication versus the standby database, and we can take it further. We have the bidirectional replication, wherein we have two databases, source and the target. The changes of application will do the changes into the source environment. The same data is available onto the target environment also. At one particular point in time, your application can read from both the systems. And just to avoid any kind of collision between the same data which is happening, so there is a capability that will handle that. So if same kind of data is available, so you can handle it using Oracle Golden Gate. Bidirectional replication is very useful in that case. You can use peer-to-peer for you have many databases, and you copy the app-like tables, app-side tables on from one system to other system to many systems. So peer-to-peer is also available. It is mainly useful when it is load balancing you have to do, or you have to do for high availability. Broadcasting you can broadcast from one system to many systems, so that is also available. That is used for data distribution. You can use it for consolidation. You have data warehouse, smart, and the stores, wherein the transaction is happening from those data warehouses or stores. The data can replicate from that to the central server, so that all is possible using the Oracle Golden Gate. Moving on to the next one, this is Oracle Golden Gate supported processing methods. So Golden Gate is very powerful when we talk about heterogeneous environment. It is not just for Oracle to Oracle. So it can be used for DB2, it can be used for Oracle, MySQL, it can be used for MS SQL, Sybase, Teradata, and times 10. Some of these databases supports log-based extraction, and some of them supports non-log-based extraction. So we will be discussing what is that extract and the replicate in upcoming sessions. So the next one is, why should someone rely on the Oracle Golden Gate? So we are not going to discuss about the pricing model of Oracle Golden Gate, which is on per core. It is not a very cheap software to be used. You should have a very strong customer case or the business case, wherein you have to use your Golden Gate replication for source to target replication. So if I discuss about mine, so in that case, when I have to use it for the database size was 10 terabyte, the instantiation, the initial load has taken its own time, and it has taken a lot of time. The downtime was not approved, but we had taken it based on the SCN number using the RMAN. It was transferred to the target database. We initiated the extract, and everything was. You should have enough storage to keep your trail files so that you can have it on your source environment and the target environment. The extract should be able to be stored onto the source and to the target environment. So the first one is it is a real-time transfer of data, and no matter whether it is homogeneous Oracle to Oracle or maybe from Oracle to some other engine like MySQL or MS SQL or Sybase, etc. So whatever transactions are committed onto the source, it is going to capture those only. When we talk about having an additional tool onto the to the source database where application is connected, we do not want any kind of impact because of that tool. So it gives minimum in terms of the storage uses, it is very minimum. You should have enough storage when it is going to store the trail files onto the source environment, but it directly reads from the read logs, or the transfer, the information has already transferred to the archive logs. It is going to read that. So it is almost no performance impact or minimum performance impact both on the source and the target environment. It maintains the data consistent, that the way the transactions has happened onto the source in the same order it applies onto the target environment as well. A standard architecture, so maybe it is Oracle, MS SQL, or MySQL, or any other Golden Gate supported replication. The architecture remains same, the processes remain same, the way you use it onto those database environment, it remains same. And when you have to set up the replication, maybe for the application tables or the schema, it is very easy. So you should know what you have to do it. And it supports several kind of database or replications. Next one is the summary. So this is what you can do with your Oracle Golden Gate software. In terms of the replication, whatever you wanted to do, as we discussed in the previous what do you say, the pages, or the or in previous slides, you can see you can do anything, whatever is required in your business case. It is basically a pure replication software mainly for a database, and it is used in real-time replication. You can use it for the disaster recovery scenarios also, so that the data which is available onto the production environment, and you wanted to have the same kind of data, same set of data on the DR in real time, then you can use Oracle Golden Gate. It uses the CDC, which is change data capture mechanism. So whatever changes are happening onto the source environment, and if you have configured it, if you have 4 tables in your app schema, and if you have configured whatever changes are happening onto the source tables, those 4 tables, so that will be captured using the change capture mechanism. So we did not discuss about the pricing model. The pricing model is higher as compared to any other replication software available into the market. If we talk about the SharePlex, it is I believe it is not that high, because, and also the kind of flexibility it provides you, it has the monopoly in that. So it depends, like you wanted this kind of capability, you have to pay for that. So it is monopolized in that manner. And when you have to integrate the real-time data, so nobody can beat Oracle Golden Gate. And if you wanted to use it for your environment, you should have a solid business case. It is not like it is available, useful for replication, I can do it. You need to have a very good business case, because you are going to pay for the licenses, and you have to have the manpower who is going to who should be having the enough knowledge to support your system having these technologies. And the best thing in Oracle Golden Gate is if it is a heterogeneous environment, and if I have to, because of my business requirement, I wanted to transform the data. If I wanted to migrate a database which is on MS SQL to Oracle database, so I can use it using the Oracle Golden Gate initial load method, and then whatever changes are happening onto the source environment, it will be captured onto the target environment, and you can migrate it easily. We are not talking about the data type changes which happen into the which are different in Oracle and MS SQL. So there are ways to tackle that, but this is what Oracle Golden Gate is. So it is superb in terms of the technologies. It is supporting real-time integration. So real-time is very, very important, and mainly it is for heterogeneous environment. I hope this tutorial is going to be helpful. So I'll be coming up with the next tutorial, and stay tuned. Thank you. Thanks for watching.